Hello everyone, welcome back to Shapes 2 Manufacture Mode, where last time I made something that maybe works. I don't know. I was having some troubles with some ratios last time, if y'all remember correctly, and I don't know, it just wasn't working. There was something about all these being backed up. I know they're all backed up right now, but that's because all of these have stopped. Now, I do wonder if I just, space belt it out like that, what will happen? Obviously, this kind of comes through here. It's interesting that this, yeah, it's not having really a full belt come in. But it makes me wonder, is it all the same? It seems to only be turning on these two. The other two, oh no, they're getting turned on now. Kinda. Either way though, if you just look at this, even though this one right here is on all the time right now, this belt isn't always moving. You can see it's stagnating, which is very interesting that it's doing that. And then these are also stagnating here, which is interesting. So I think what I need to do is I actually need to figure out how fast all of these things actually are. First of all, I need to know how fast a space belt is. Not a space belt, a conveyor belt. So a conveyor belt does 120 shapes per minute. That is 2 shapes a second, basically, but we'll just stick with minutes for now. So 120 per minute. Now, of course, if we go to rotators, they do 60 per minute, which means we need 2 of them to hit the 120 per minute. Alright. So then space belts does 140. 140. What?
Huh?
480. And then the times 12 means that I believe it's because it's 3 layers and each one can handle 4 belts. So if it can do 480 times 12, then that means it should be able to handle, with 1 belt going onto 1 section, 4. So basically, yeah, okay. So 4 platforms is the max. So like, for example, having these 4 platforms here, it hits the max on the floor they go onto. Okay. So it is 4-to-1 on space belts. Which means if we go to trade stations, and it says that it needs 8 per full space belt, and yeah, that's because it says 60 per minute. So it is indeed 2 per normal belt, which is what we see over here. That's why this was a continuous flow, like if these ones were actually also a continuous flow. It's because it takes 2 per 1 space belt. That's why over here, when it takes the 2 per the one thing, that okay, so that's what I wasn't understanding, is that this is actually half as much red as I need. See, sometimes you just need to like take a step back, look at the proper numbers. This number doesn't always tell you everything. That just means if we had the 1 space belt with all 4 of these, then it would whatever, but yeah, and then it's times 12, so it doesn't get slowed down when there's multiple layers, meaning having the 2 layers over here shouldn't affect it at all. It can do just the 60 per minute, which since this is 120, it needs to get split in half. Which means that it comes out as 60 per minute, goes in as 120, comes out as 120, and then gets held up at the 60 per minute. I'm also making I don't have to increase this at all, because this is also being made at the correct speed. I'll take that extra operator level, thank you. This is also being made at the correct speed, it's just going in incorrectly, which means these blue squares are also being made at the correct speed, which means these red spikes are also being made at the correct speed. We're just making everything half as fast as we should be. And I think the reason last time, I was kind of looking at this, and for some reason the guys here weren't reaching all the way. I'm pretty sure that like before we get these things down, so like for example, if I have an emerald one down, if I were to input these right to the side, they just get trashed because I don't technically have the emerald thing unlocked, which looks like it's gonna have 2 outputs. Is this also 60? It is. But before I redo, well, I guess I don't really need to redo too much. I already have like all the things, and these can all go on one space belt. Like I can do what I did over here and just have it branch off. I just need to extend both of these in both directions. So basically like I just go boop, 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 or something, you know? So how about we actually fix what we have going on here? Alright, and now we're actually making the blue sapphires at the rate we should be making them. Everyone, round of applause. And I just realized why we would upscale, actually. It's because if you look at the Emerald Station, we need 2 of these. So at the amount we have right now, we would only be able to place in 4. And also, oh, that's annoying. Really? You're gonna do that to me? Well, here's a neat trick. What happens if we put it on top of each other? What happens then? Is that doable? Is that reasonable? Because, like, obviously, these are going to be on the same belt. The blues. I mean, obviously. And if we just accept half speed right now, then we can have these 2 on the same belt, and then these guys will just be, you know, on 1, and then, alright, so need to do like that. So that's like how you would do that there, and that gets 2 in 1 blueprint. We could probably do something similar and stack these guys on top of each other, but I don't feel like doing that right now. And then these guys, I want then to be by default on the 2nd floor going over. Oh, that's cool. They have little notifications there. Anyway, operator level. So it would be a double stacked emerald module, and then you can take that, Control D, and pop it right there next to itself. Alright. So that right there is how you would set up emerald, and then that would only be able to support what we have right here. So we would only need half as many out of both of those shapes. This does have 2 outputs. What does this? It outputs 2 halves of emerald. Okay. Oh, the alternate for this coming up actually is pretty good, because that's 1 sapphire there and then half of a ruby. And we can get half of a ruby by doing this alternate, and then sending 1 through blue and sending the other one to just get cut in half and whatever. And we can get that. So this one is actually one where the alternate trade station is... I would much rather do this. And we just need a transform down there and there. We need a transform down in here. Alright. And we can take that. Control C. Come over here. Plop it down. Alright. And there's our emerald factory setup. And I can always just move this if I need to. So now that we have that, we're going to want to plan out the other shapes. So first of all, this right here is completely fine the way it is, except for the fact that it needs to be rotated any which way. And then we need to take these, cut it in half, and flip them. Or flip one, make a diagonal basically, and then paint it blue. And we also need to take a full shape version of that, which is right here. And we have another circle right here that we can use, so we don't have to disrupt our circles. And then that can pass right by the blue as well, stack with that. It'll be all nice and dandy. We do have this over here right next to blue as well as... Oh. Well, what am I worried about covering this up with if there's a much bigger one right there? What do I care? Anyway, enough yapping from me. God, let's just make some factories, bro. What am I doing? Looks like we need more of this guy, so let's just lock in and get this done. This guy's even already facing the same way. Flop it right there. Oh, achievement. Have 100 machine platforms. Oh, we just reached 100? Damn. Have 500 space belts. Okay, yeah, there we go. 500 of them. Oh, guys, look. It's the shape we need. So that's a pretty long belt, but I don't think we'll need trains until we start going over to, like, maybe when I need this square here. Or when I start... Ooh, I should actually start, this soon. I'll do that right after I get all this stuff ready for Emerald. We'll do that, but that can also just be contained over here. Nice thing about the, operator stuff is since in this mode I don't have to send everything back to the vortex. I can just put the donation platform over there. Anyway, what was I doing? You need to be blue. Alright, blue. Now we just need circle. Doesn't even have to be painted or anything. Get my stacker out. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Double check. Whoa, it's the thing we need. What? How did that even happen? So that should be both those shapes. I'm just waiting on them to get over. That's a bit of a downside with these space belts. It looks like it's actually just getting over here. I think we're still waiting on blue to get over as well. Yeah. Where's the blue at? I see. Ah, it's on its way. Yeah, those will join up eventually, and we'll get emerald here eventually. But now, let's actually make this guy here. Oh, they are just blue. I thought they were taking on the color of the paint they were on, but no, they're just blue. All right, and then the entire space belt of these guys here should be able to go into one of the donation stations, because yep, it says it accepts the entire thing. So now it just has to wait for the circles to come by. That really fit right underneath it there. Oh, hey, quota complete. Wow. Looks like that one should also be complete soon. We also have another operator level for that guy right there. Will we also be getting these faster than this guy over here? I think we will be. Because this one over here... Yeah, we're only making it at half speed. Oh, hey, look, we're starting to get some of those. Actually, yeah, let's fix that real quick. Down 4 like... Oh, really? You're gonna do that to me? Oh, that can just go on right there. Oh, look at that. And this just goes straight into a donation station. Look at that. Now we're making it twice as fast. All right, let's unlock the Emerald milestone. And I guess get access to gold. Achievement, complete milestone 4 in manufacturer mode. Why was there an achievement for that one and not the others? I guess because that one's harder or something. I don't know. We still don't get the mixer? Really? Gold. Real gold. The traders out here don't ask where it comes from, and neither should you. Just deliver the right shapes and collect your share. Okay. Your Vortex Fund is growing. Let's go! Don't get attached to the gold. It's not for keeping. Aw. We need a full shape, which luckily comes from a full emerald thing. We just gotta combine them. So full emerald shape. Whatever the hell's going on here. And whatever's going on here. Ooh, more operator. Wow. Whoa, unlock 10 achievements, reach operator level 10. Do 10 things. Wow. Alright, there we go. Wow, wow, I did it. There's all the emeralds. Now, let's actually look at gold here. How do you... Oh, okay. That's right, yeah, because it's going to have the 4... alright. So you are in the middle. How interesting. Oh, you have a piece on the second floor. Okay, interesting. Ooh, do you think getting a 3rd level will allow me to... Does that count for space? Oh, hey, look at that. Spend 5,000 research credits. Wow, I wonder how I did that. Ah, truly a mystery. These guys, we can once again stack to... Nope, we can't actually. If we do that... Those guys are going to end up to get... I have an idea on how to get around that, actually. I just hit my mic. I'm so sorry. So now the important part is that, obviously, we're just going to have a belt going along like this, and then you're going to have your standard, one of these is going to be on the second floor, one is going to be on the first floor. Standard procedure. Now the question is, which one of these do I want to shift up and which one do I want to shift down? It really doesn't matter. You're going on the second floor, I guess. I've decided. Ooh, wait, hold on. What's happening here? Second floor guy is going, oh, uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. There we go. So now, yeah, okay. I need to get these other shapes. And this is where trains might start coming into play. I need green circles, so those are right there. I need blue diagonal squares. We can make from there. And then I can get spikes as well from right here. Actually, I can get a green circle from this guy as well. And maybe we just pull the shape from here. Okay, so first of all, I remember that I had a... Yes, I have a guy that does diagonals. But what am I missing in here? I think it's finally time we get cutter, swapper, and the other rotator. Because I think that's what's missing in here. As well as trash. We're also missing trash. And now we have the correct spikes. Look at past me, being so smart. Thank you, past me. Now, these guys are going to require a little bit more effort. Have 100 swappers. Easy game. So now we have blue second floor, and they can combine with those guys. And then we just need a green circle to go on top of them. And those should be, yep, green circles. Wow, look at that. We have the correct shape. That wasn't too hard. And then that goes first floor, so it stays like that. All right. And then we can add onto this belt the second floor, that guy. All right. So I've got this shape here. And then the exact same shape, but green. I almost want to rotate this one 180 degrees. My idea is maybe there's some swapper shenanigans we can do here. There we go. So yep, Control C that. And then we're actually going to plan this out a little bit better. Because, oh wait, no, because of the way I did this does need to be the one that's transformed up. Okay. We can take a space belt. Oh, that works out perfectly, actually. What? What? When you select a blueprint, it saves it to your clipboard? No! No, why? I wasn't even saving a blueprint, I just selected it! Why did it save it to my clipboard? This is why you always... That's why you always leave one platform out. Well, guess who has to build the entire thing again? Alright, we're back. And this time... it's back. It's back for good. Okay. And then... If I remember correctly, I said we should just be able to do this. And that's the shape we need, right? Yep. And this is the one that needs to be on the second floor, right? Right? Yep. And then it'll join onto that line on the second floor. And that will be the gold milestone complete. So we completed both the emerald milestone and the gold milestone today. We got both of the research tasks going. We can start trading if we want to, but honestly, I think the only alternate I might do is just this one because... Oh, jeez. Sorry, my throat. Goddamn. Is this one because it turns the amount of sapphire we need into just one. Now, we do still need half of a diagonal red, so if we're making, you know, 8 sapphires, we then need to be making 4 more rubies. And then everything else is kind of just to upscale more like this. You don't need as much red to get more blue. which is cool and everything, but we already have, like, our previous factory. I feel like, as of right now, we don't really need to upscale more. Like, this one is literally just to make it so that we can go 8 to 8 again instead of 8 to 4, because right now we kind of have to go 8 to 4, and then 4 to 4. This will also make it so that we need more of these. I think actually then, aren't we then technically overproducing on the... Oh yeah, I'm overproducing these shapes, because I technically only need half a space belt of them, because I only have 4 of these guys now. Oh, and also I need to enact my plan of merging these together, but I mean, it's just going to be... Alright, there we go. Look at that. That there, place that there. There you go. There we go. And then that should give us a full gold piece. And it is a full gold piece that we need for the next one, right? Yep. Alright, let's complete this milestone. And we get the color mixer! My favorite. I mean, yeah, I guess it makes sense because we're making yellow now. So now we're going to need the color mixer, but that means we can also make the white and all the other things. We got 3 shop items. I can already see that being... Let's check it out. Nothing new in train. Yep, it's the Sapphire and Emerald Station. And is there something else? 3 shop items. Liar, you only gave me 2. They already had the Ruby Station. Oh well, anyway, we got Aquamarine. Now, Aquamarine, do you even... Oh, wait, no, that's the research station. Okay, so we have a new research to do next time. What's the alternate for this? 2 gold. And you get 3? Oh my god, and then there's stuff happening here. Okay, so that's crystal. That's more crystal. And a lot more okay. Oh my goodness, if you do the alternate for this, you can make a lot of amethyst, but it still looks like it's 1 to 1, 1 to 1, 1 to half on oh, okay, so then on diamonds, you once again get to the point where we'll have to, like, try and upscale. But other than that, besides whatever the hell is happening over here, I can barely see that, but I don't want to look too far ahead. He says as he goes all the way to diamond. But still 1 to 1 for a while. I'm still going to try and keep it that way for now. Alright, well, that's going to be enough for today, though. I have already been playing probably longer than I should, because, you know, that's just kind of what happens with these games, let's be honest. You always play a little bit longer than you maybe should. Whoops. But yeah, we got the factory upgraded. We're back to actually doing 1 to 1 to 1 to... I guess it's actually 8 to 8 to 8 to 4 to 4. Next time, though, we should be able to fix that with the Emerald Research Station, which looks like okay, it keeps the same footprint-ish. It's a little bit different, but I mean, yeah, because it only has the 1 input. Is the input on the same as the... I don't know. We'll see next time, basically. So this little section here might end up looking a little bit different, which means we might have to move the gold up a little bit, but that'll be fine. We're already making all the shapes at the correct level they need to be, so we just need to make the new emerald shape, and then we can also move on to Aquamarine, which looks... Ooh, that looks interesting. Look at that. It's got the 3 inputs there. Wow, that's kind of cool. Once again, it looks not very stackable on itself as it goes into the second layer, but whatever. It'll be fine. We do actually have access to the 3rd floor now, so I can actually put, yeah, all of that on the same space belt, and then, like, for example, just put platforms, boop, boop, boop. There we go. There you go. But yeah, again, that's been enough for today. More than enough for today. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.